Hello and welcome everyone. Today we are going to see the story of the Missile Man. Dear, you have to do the ideal reading on your own. So if it is possible, please read the lesson at once. This is the story of our beloved Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who is still our idol of most of the youth. This passage is about the life and achievements of one of our most beloved and respected Indians of our time, our President, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. In the beginning, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's birth information is given that he was born on 15th October 1931 in a middle class family in the island town of Rameshwaram, the place where he born, and how he inherited the qualities from his parents. In fact, Dr. Kalam described his childhood in his autobiographical book Wings of Fire as a secure and both mentally and emotionally. He still remembers his mother how generous she was. She used to feed a lot of people at their home. Even he learned spiritual things from his father also, who showed him the meaning, who told him the meaning of prayer, that how a prayer, when we pray, we transcend our body and it becomes a part of this universe, which knows no division of wealth, age, caste, or creed. Rather, prayer makes a possible communion of spirit, means spiritual bond between the people. So it makes a good person. The next passage, Dr. Kalam studied in aeronautical engineering is given, and his achievements, his work, in which how he worked in ISRO as a project director of India's first indigenously designed and produced satellite launch vehicle SLV-3 that successfully deployed a satellite in near Earth orbit in July 1980. Before that, our India was not that much known, especially in space or aeronautics or in space research, but some of the achievements we can say by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam brought us in the world, that it shows that even India is capable of doing a lot of things, and this success led for a lot of projects. Dr. Kalam became known for his excellent research skills and educational leadership. The government of India too showed faith in him and started an advanced missile program under his leadership. That's why he is called the Missile Man of India, because he developed many missiles such as Agni and Prithvi. Before, we used to import these missiles from foreign countries like Russia and America and Israel. From July 1992 until December 1999, Dr. Kalam was a chief scientific advisor to the Prime Minister, and also he served as the Secretary of the Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO. DRDO is a very good organization who are doing a lot of inventions, especially in defense sector. India successfully conducted the Pokhran 2 nuclear test in May 1998 with Dr. Kalam and Raja Gopala Chindambaram serving as a chief project coordinators. This project is the monumental project, as we can say. This was a huge success made in India, a nuclear state, and Dr. Kalam a household name. Because before that there was a pressure from America and lot of other countries, so that India was not able to do this nuclear test. But after doing that, we became a nuclear power. We show the world that India is capable of doing something or anything. Dr. Kalam accomplishment did not end here. He did not do only in space field or in missile field, but he made a coronary stunt for the patients, which used to be a very costly, but he made it. Okay, he developed a low cost stent with in partnership with cardiologist Bhupati Rajeshu Maharaj. In 2002, Dr. Abdul Kalam became the 11th president of India. He is called the people's president because he was very simple, knowledgeable person. He became inspirational figure especially for the children also, and the youth of the country still think or still uh, and the youth of country still call him the biggest role model. His achievements, his gentle and loving manner, and above all because of his great vision for the motherland. In 2002, he explained about three visions for India. The first one was, in 3000 years of our history, he told that we have never invaded any country or we never conquered any country. But there were countries who came to India, who conquered us, who captured our lands, who captured our assets and lot of things. But still we never did that. So we should also know that we respect the freedom of others. This is my country. So this was the first vision, freedom. The second was development. Even after the 50 years of development, we were still calling ourselves a developing nations, though we were first in lot of things. So Dr. Abdul Kalam told that we are not a developing nation, but we should call ourselves a developed nation. Our achievements are being globally recognized today. Yet we lack the self-confidence to see ourselves as a developed nations, self-reliant and self-assured. Isn't this right? No. His third vision was that India must stand up to the world. India must take a stand. Because he believed that unless India stand up to the world, no one will respect us. If you see the image of India today, the countries, they have started giving respect to our country, and even today we are providing vaccines to a lot of countries, especially the poor countries. So this is how we are becoming a world leader in this. So he also said we must be strong not only as a military power but also as an economical power, and in this way he showed that how we are such a great nation. He told that we have so many amazing success stories, but we refuse to acknowledge them. Why? We are the second largest producer of wheat in the world, second in rice, first in milk production, and even the number one in remote sensing satellites, but still we call ourselves a developing nations. So he did not agree with that thing. He once visited in Hyderabad where he asked a 14 years girl that what she wants to be or what is her goal in her life. She replied she want to live in a developed nation. So that is something we can say. He told that we should develop our nation for our future generations. In his glorious careers, he has received a numerous awards and honors like Padma Bhushan in 1981, Padma Vibhushan in 1990, India's highest civilian honor, the Bharat Ratna in 1997. He was an author too. He wrote many books, and his books are still loved by the young generation of India or even in the whole world. He is inspiration for all. He led a very humble life and truly embodied the saying simple living, high thinking. Upon his passing on 27 July 2015, the DRDO built a memorial in his honor, the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam National Memorial in his hometown Rameshwaram. If even if you ever get a chance, do visit this place. India will forever remember him as a great soul who played a key role in the development of his missile. So dear, in here there is a mistake. Her is written, so there is not her. We have to cut that word her. It's his missile and nuclear weapons programs. His visions to see India as a developed nation is now in our hands, and we must contribute in whatever way we can to make it come true sooner than later. So this is how the lesson was about our beloved president, who served our nations, who taught us a lot of things. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam.